Hello, testing. Okay, I think I can hear myself. I mean, I can't hear myself yet, but I think the audio is going through appropriately. Let's double check. Did I mute myself? Let's double check. I did. Okay. Seems good. Alright, cool. Alright, that's the first thing. Next, let's advertise. I wasn't really in the mood to advertise, but I'm like, well, what am I going to do for the first few minutes of stream anyway? So let's go ahead and advertise, because, why not? Let's see here. Oh, actually, before I do anything, let's make sure this is centered. There was some shenanigans with my daughter moving this setup. Okay, I think this is okay. Right, let me see everything. Okay, alright, next. Advertising. Here we go. Begin. Round one. Fight. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think that's right. Hold on. This is not the same one that I copy and pasted. I had to edit my title a little bit so it would fit. I want them to match. Okay. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Hold on. Okay, better. Okay, alright. Now we're ready to go. Now we're ready to go. Okay. Sorry for anybody who is here. I am figuring things out right now. Okay. Whew. Okay, advertising, 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 do 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 do. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's here, but I'm just put it out into the universe. I've had a busy weekend, and I am tired. I should probably have not streamed, but I decided to stream anyway because I don't know when else I would. Plus, I think I'm going to be. There's a strong chance I'm not going to be streaming in 2 weeks, I think. So I'm like, well, I don't want to miss like two in close proximity to each other. So here we are. Alright, let's see. Continuing to advertise. Let's see here. I forget where something is in a self promo. There you go. Okay. So I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but I was looking at the trick list. I don't think there's any boss tricks, so. And I've been very bad about learning new things. I've actually been pretty bad about improving stream. Like, there's things I want to do, just haven't had time. So, yeah, last weekend, I watched over Baby, and we put together a car that Grandma got for Baby. And then this weekend, we took Baby to a farm where there's like a bunch of animals. So she was able to pet a few, and she tried feeding some of the animals. It was very cute. She was okay with a couple of animals, but then after that, she got really scared of some of the other ones. Which is strange because she was okay with feeding an alpaca some food, but she didn't want to feed like a goat. I guess the goat was a little bit more aggressive, so I can kind of understand that. Alright, let's see. Wait. Okay, yep. Alright, and if nobody shows up, I will end up practicing a bunch of tricks. I've been trying to think of some other ideas for things to do. I did pull up ChatGPT one stream, so that's an idea. And then something else I could do. I was thinking what else I could do. Hey, welcome in, Eric Toaster. How's it going? Please excuse my voice. Just for a moment. I have allergies. But how are you doing today, Eric Toaster? Hopefully you are doing well this fine Sunday. I have to remember what day it is. I'm currently advertising and mostly mumbling to myself, but yeah. I wasn't sure what I was going to do right when I started, and I normally advertise, so I'm like, okay, even though I wasn't feeling like I wanted to advertise today, but I'm like, you know what? What else am I going to do? Let me just advertise. Tis going well, making mad progress in windowed applications development. I will make everything light mode. Oh my god, you dreadful, dreadful person, you. So I've had this very difficult path to try and get everything to dark mode, and so my company won't allow us to install just any plugins. They have to be approved by security, and sometimes they are not approved, or they're not really reviewed. But for the most part, we try and keep like a tight ship, I guess. But I found dark mode for almost all of my work applications and sites that I go to, except for Atlassian Jira. So, and I have to look at Jira because that's what our software development user stories are written in, and that's light mode. It pains me to no end. Pains me to no end. Okay, let's see here. How many more? Okay, I think I have one more section left of advertising. But I think the trick list. Wait, did I open the trick list? All right, I'm gonna open the trick list whether it was open or not. Okay, it's on now. If anybody wants to request any tricks, Eric Toaster says, pull like 14 consecutive all-nighters and write a custom dark mode plugin. Oh, or even better, bright pink mode plugin. So the irony is, if I was to choose a color, it would probably, my favorite color is blue. And the problem with that is they tell you to avoid blue light before sleep to try and get a better night's sleep. And they even have like those glasses that'll filter out blue light and things like that. And I'm like, oh, it's a shame that my favorite color is PowerShell style. That's right. Yeah, the PowerShell IDE or the PowerShell ISE. I forget. Yeah, it's ISE. And that blue, it's a nice color blue. I like it. For a long time, I used to use. I arguably still use this IDE that is not very good at different colored modes called Power GUI, and I think it's technically no longer supported. But thanks for whoever put. I'm going to assume it's you, Eric Toaster, the heat map that was over here. Let's see. Ideally coupled with yellow text for maximum IKEA-ness. Oh my god, so blue and yellow remind me of... I used to work on Blockbuster, and those are the Blockbuster colors. So if I see blue and yellow, I think of Blockbuster video. which technically still exists as an entity, strangely, even though there's only one left. It is actually a franchise store. It's not a corporate store. There's no corporate stores left. So I'm like, wow. Or no, wait, sorry. It is a... I don't know how to explain that weird situation because it is the last Blockbuster. I also kind of personally oppose IKEA. Not really for any logical reason, but Blockbuster, the most famous and small local store, yes. Oh, COD TC, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? All right, cool. So for anybody who has not been here before, SynthFan23, hello, welcome in, and thanks for the lurk. So, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and Crazy Asian spelled super weird. But I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So we just started stream. I'm just advertising and chatting with currently Eric Toaster and now COD TC and SynthFan if SynthFan was not lurking, but. And then, let's see, COD TC. You may remember me from Hutch's channel. I do remember seeing COD TC. So, and by the way, thanks for the follow. I did see that you followed recently, so COD TC. So thank you. Yet we all know that actual magic is software. I mean, most of it kind of is. And actually, a lot of people are thinking this new language model, ChatGPT, and things that are large language models are also magic. But people are afraid of it. I mean, I think there are some reasons to be afraid of what large language models can do, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be quite world-ending. It could be like civilization changing, but anyway. So, and for any of you who want to see some magic, how I operate here is if anybody wants to request any magic, you can go ahead and request magic from my trick list, which is basically a co-opted StreamerSonglist where I just have a bunch of magic tricks. And you request them, they go into a queue, and I do them. And that's basically how we do things here. And if nobody's requested anything by the time I start, I'm still advertising right now at the beginning of the stream, but otherwise we'll get into that. There is one trick that is not magic on the list, so be aware. But and if you just want to request something and you don't know what to request, you can just type !random and it'll put one randomly into the list. So, okay, let's see. All right, where was I? Okay, I was in the last section. I'm almost done. Almost done. But anyway, if you saw my title, yes, spring has arrived. I have allergies, so I have seasonal allergies, spring and fall. It's going to be tough at certain times when my nose is dripping. I think I'm okay for today, but at least I hope so. Anyway, thank you for the heat maps so early, everybody. Let's see, I can grab. Delicious. Let's see here. And then 2 more to advertise to. So I just went through all the Discords that I am in. Yes, I don't have my own Discord. I'm sorry. And then I've got 2 groups of magic friends, basically, to say, hey, I'm going live. So there's some overlap in that group. Okay. And then... Oh, no, where did this go? Where am I going? Where am I going with this? Okay. Alright. Whew. Okay, now I'm done advertising. Alright, next, let's start our ritual. So I've not opened up the Twitch deck yet, but if anybody is curious, I keep the Twitch deck in this box. Oh, let me grab this heat map as well. Delicious. Eric Toaster says, the moment that when you're very integrated in the community and you get the same streamer's notifications like 6 times. Oh, my sympathies. COD TC says, 4-card trick by Alex Elmsley. Great pick. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the request. We'll get to that in a moment. And then Chan the Magic Man, welcome in. I think actually, wait, did you say... Okay, wait, all right. There we go. Chan the Magic Man, hello, how's it going? This is a nice box that has my name on it. My wife got it for me, and we have the Twitch deck. So it's the Twitch deck because there's been a bunch of cards that have been signed by people in chat. So basically, I'm having people, anybody who wants to support the stream, if you end up subbing or like giving like 500 bits, the equivalent of a sub, you get to sign a card. And for those of you who come back and request things, I try and use your card if possible. There are some tricks in which I won't be able to. So for example, the 4-card trick. But that's okay. Next, I have to put on my my cheater's gloves. So here's my cheater's gloves. I know, it's so secretive. Do you teach magic tricks in your YouTube channel? I do not teach any magic tricks on my YouTube channel. So I have a lot of trick performances, but I am not a teacher. So one of the things that I do want to like teach people about is like the culture of magic and like where a lot of magic tricks come from. But while you're asking about it, let me just drop my YouTube in there. I have a lot of tricks on my YouTube recorded, and if you ever want to watch, but there's a large number of tricks that are made by magicians that people who aren't into magic don't know. And so that's why I've placed like the trick name and the creator there so that, you know, they can be appreciated, because a large majority of people don't know who the creators of a lot of tricks are. So but anyway, all right, let me prep for the 4-card trick, and we'll do that. 4-card trick. Okay. All right. So here we are, the 4-card trick. Where did I learn? COD-TC, I learned basically self-taught the entire first year that I started, which was 2019, basically. So I learned from other YouTube videos, and then actually if you sign up for a bunch of magic sites that sell magic products, they'll send you a bunch of free tutorials, and then after that, if you feel like you get deep into it, it's like a deep rabbit hole of, well, all the good stuff is in books, and you've got to buy these things. So but there's a lot of impressive magic that you can learn just through free resources, and so like I would say you could probably do half to 3/4 of my trick list with the free stuff that's available on YouTube. It's just a matter of taking the time to learn it, right? So it's not just like knowing the secret, because that doesn't really teach you how to do it. But so for example, a trick like this, after I perform it, it might be over in a few minutes, but the tutorial video might be like 20 minutes or a half an hour or something, right? So but yeah, that's generally what I have done. Crazy Agent's teachings are of different nature. He spreads the wisdoms of Hutch, our divine messenger. KTC says, oh, okay, all right. So I've got 4 cards here. As you can imagine, you need 4 cards to perform the 4-card trick. Now, the thing with these cards, and the reason why I can't use regular cards, is that they're blank. Actually, all 4 of them are blank. But if you were to imagine that these cards are somehow wild, right? These are the cards that get printed on, and you'll have a card printed on the face. Now, it could be any card, and so when a lot of people think of wild cards, they think of a joker, right? So here's our joker. And I just want you to keep an eye on this joker, okay? Now, if I go ahead and grab this joker and I place it into the packet like that, right? You'll be able to tell where the joker is in the packet, because if I count through it, you'll see it. There it is. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and take the joker out just for a second, but magically. And we're going to place it in this magical pink hairbands circle. So I'm just going to pick up the joker and place it in there. So the joker's soul, the joker's spirit is in here. Hey, welcome in, Alex Shea Music. How are you doing? I'm working on a job app, but I'm here for a bit. All right, cool. Excellent. Well, welcome in. Good luck on the job application. So, yeah, finding a way to support yourself and / or loved ones is very important. So good luck. So if you would believe that now the Joker's over here. If I were to count through the cards now, you'll see that the Joker has actually disappeared because it's no longer on the face. Now here's the thing. Okay, so all the cards are now face down, right? But I'm going to go ahead and take the Joker and place it back. So I'm picking it back up from the little circle here. And I'm going to go ahead and just flick it back in. So I just flicked it back into that pile. So now the Joker is now back into the pile. Because look. And there's the Joker. Now, a lot of people will say that you can tell the difference between this card and these cards because there's a Joker on the face of this one, and these are all blank. What you may not realize is during the process of removing the Joker and placing it into the magical hairband, is that you can also tell because something happens to the backs, because these are all blue-backed cards, but the back of this Joker has been corrupted, and it's red. And that, my friends, is the 4-card trick. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. All right, excellent. Oh, Alex and Chan know each other. Awesome, cool. Alex J Music says, "What?" Thank you for the emotes, Alex, and thank you kindly for the claps, Eric Toaster and Chan. Thank you for the what. And Eric Toaster, Crazy Asian could probably fool the audience simply by putting a single card in the middle of the table and then asking people where it is. No magic needed. They're going to guess it's everywhere except for the middle of the table. CodTC says, nice! Alex says, it's crazy! And CodTC says, how? All right, excellent. Yeah, so that's my how. So feel free to request things. All right, cool. And if you were here, you could fully inspect the cards. So the reason why, obviously, I couldn't use a regular deck of cards is because I need the blank cards for this. And blank cards don't come in a regular deck. They are different. They come from the factory before the front is printed on it. Obviously. All right, let's see here. So yeah, the pink hairband comes back as the magical guest. But I decided, because my hair was in my face earlier, but I was like, I'm going to be getting it cut soon. I think in the next few weeks. And so if anybody wants to enjoy the long hair, this is probably going to be one of the last few streams for the upcoming months. I'm going to get it like chopped off, so it's not going to be this long for probably another year. But yeah, it's like it's basically down to the bottom of my neck right now. So. All right, let's see here. What haven't I done in a while? I need to do a trick that I have not done in a while, mostly for practice, because I partially use stream as like this way to have motivated practice. So, oh, excellent. CodTC has requested one. Thank you kindly for the request, CodTC. Man with way too much hair robbed a bank. Police are still combing the area. All right, Eric Toaster, you get this. There you go. All right, we have the Devil's Elevator. This I can just use a regular deck for, so we're going to go ahead and use the Twitch deck for it. So, let's see here. I'm going to need 8 cards, so I'm just going to find those cards now. And then, okay, here we are. We have, a 2, 3, 4, and 5 of clubs over here. Eric Toaster says it's always ups and downs with this trick because it's the Devil's Elevator. And then we have Gibson Lens. Thank you so much for the resub for 9 months for the Twitch baby. Oh man, I don't even know how many other people have resubbed for 9 months. And actually, if I recall, I'm pretty sure Gibson Lens was like in the first few. He was like the first 3 subbers. So I'm pretty sure there's no other way anybody else has gotten 9 months, because Gibson Lens is like usually here. So thank you so much for the resub, number 1. Number 2, so actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and find the Gibson Lens signed card. I know it's the Ace of Clubs, so. But, I mean, we're not going to be using it for this trick. But, I mean, I guess we could, but I'll just display it. So yeah, Twitch baby, yes. Happy spring allergies. I would like to say they're not so happy, but you know, I got to deal with it. So let's see, Devil's Elevator. All right. So what we have here, the 5, 4, 3, 2 of clubs, and then 6s and 9s that are red. Now, I use 6s and 9s not because of just the meme. I mean, that's one reason, but the other one is that the trick is called the Devil's Elevator, and it deals with hell, and so at certain angles we might get things that look like 666, right? So that's kind of the reason why. Now, what I'm going to do is, well, first I'm going to leave the 4 red cards over here, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to leave all of the clubs over here. So here's the 5, here's the 4, here's the 3, and then we're going to place the 2 on the top of the red pile. Now, if I go ahead and I tell you that hell is not so much a religious place, it is actually an economic place. Hell is a business, and so down in hell there is an elevator. Because it's a business, it's a maintenance elevator. And in order for you to escape from the levels of hell, these will represent the levels of hell, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, the deeper down in hell you are. And if you need to get out, the easiest way to escape is to get to this top level because it's the closest to the surface. But look, I'm going to take the 2 and I'm going to place it here in the 2nd level of hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we push it in, now you find yourself in the 2nd level of hell, and you approach the maintenance elevator. If you see this, you're going to go ahead and want to press the up button, get in, and then you're going to have to wait for a ding. Now, it won't work unless you hear a ding. So, let's see if we get a ding, and if not, I'll have to say ding. Ding. Okay, there we go. So look, the 2 is going to hop up to the top. Now, we're going to go ahead and take the 3 and we're going to place it here in the 3rd level of hell. So see, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Now if I go ahead and push that in, and snap, ding, that 3 is going to hop up to the top. And because they make it to the top, that's the easiest place for them to escape from hell. Now some people believe that there were clubs hiding in hell the entire time, but no, if I show you, they're just the same old red spot cards that we've been using before. But if I go ahead and grab the 4 and I place it here in the 4th level of hell, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, close that up, and ding, believe it or not, the 4 is actually going to jump up to the top. And some people believe that there are more than 5 levels of hell, but there's actually 4 levels. Hey, Mike2600, welcome in. How's it going? Now, if I go ahead and I cleanly place the 5 in the bottom, the 5th level of hell, right there. If I just close it up, you approach the elevator, you press the up elevator button, ding, and look, the 5 has come up to the top. And there we are, our red spot cards. All right, excellent. Thanks for shouting out Mike2600. So Mike2600 is also another magician. Doesn't have a consistent magic streaming schedule. Is a musician, DJ on Twitch. So please give Mike2600 a follow. But thanks for the ding, Mike. How's it going? Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan. Thank you for the claps, Gibson Lens and Eric Toaster. Okay, I guess now's a good time for shoutouts. So, let's see. Let's give a shout out for Chan the Magic Man. If you are looking for more magic on Twitch, Chan the Magic Man normally plays video games throughout the week, but does Magic Mondays on Monday nights. And if you like card magic or sleight of hand card magic, or if you like Rubik's Cubes, definitely go follow Chan. Let's see. Next, we have Gibson Lens. Oh, actually, also, before I do that, let me also put the official Chan command in there. Okay, let's give our mod, Gibson Lens. Also, thank you for the resub. And Gibson Lens plays piano and has a lot of fun effects that you can change your song requests to sound like on. I know the English sounded weird there, but hopefully that made sense. But plays a slew of fun music, popular Disney, VGM. Also has a host of originals, so please give Gibson Lens a follow and give him mod love if you've hung out in the stream before. Thanks for hanging out and taking good care. Also, Gibson Lens, I think I put your name in the title shout out for the stream today, so enjoy that. Let's see here. What's the hardest trick on your list? CODTC asks. CODTC, that's probably going to have to be the one that I dread doing the most is probably Hitchcock Aces. So there you go. I let you know what it is. I don't know if it's technically the hardest, but it's definitely the one that it is difficult for me to do consistently most of the time. All right. And thanks for the shout out for Mike2600. So just as I mentioned, is another magician. Used to do sleight nights once a month-ish, but then has kind of fallen off the schedule for doing magic. But if you like DJ music, I guess dance music, please give Mike2600 a follow. If you also like music streams, please follow Alex Shea Music as well. Plays piano, and it's just a fun, nice, wholesome stream over there. Let's see. Hey, catch everybody. All right, if anybody else is a streamer and I missed you, let me know. And of course, CODTC is going to request it. Okay, all right. Curses! Curses, CODTC, curses. That's all right. It's probably good practice. I probably need to practice it, honestly. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let me see what I have to do. You've reached your limit of trick requests. Please wait. Oh, yeah. I think I have it set so you can only have one in the queue at a time. So that's okay. When we do this one, it'll be okay. Kisogo plays. How's it going, Kiso? How are you doing? Let me also give a shout out to Kisogo plays. So Kiso is a productivity streamer, also plays games as well, and I've hung out a couple of streams there before, and it's a fun time. So if you guys are not aware of what a productivity stream is, it is basically a stream in which you see somebody else working, and then if you got work to do, you can get your work done too. And if you need to have some sort of like focus, they use the Pomodoro timing technique. So let's pretend it's like a 50-10, so you work for 50 minutes and then take a 10-minute break. Some other people do different time frames, like 25 minutes and then 5-minute breaks. But so yeah, anyway. Hello, welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? Let's go ahead and give Obi-Wan a shout out, because Obi-Wan plays guitar, sometimes codes, but definitely, Obi-Wan, I hopped into one recently, and it sounded like you were playing pretty good, so I think the streaming or practice, all of it's paying off, so you're doing well, very well. So I was lurking, I was working, so all right, cool, awesome. So where was I? Yes, we have a request for... Oh, hold on. I just didn't clear... Oh, I'm sorry. That's the reason why I didn't clear this one. My mistake. All right, let me go ahead and Trick request that Hitchcock aces. Sorry, that's why. Okay. It's everything's connecting my mind. Sorry, I'm streaming. I'm reading chat. I'm trying to like. Okay. All right. I got it. Everything's straight now. Right. Okay. Sorry, COD TC. I didn't realize what you were saying before. That's my fault. Oh yes, Kisa. Yes. If anybody is new here or hasn't hung out and streamed before. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's on Twitch, spelled weird, K-R-A-Z-E, but a lot of people also call me Crazy on Twitch. If you would like to request any tricks, you can look at my trick list, which is basically just co-opted StreamerSonglist, and I just put tricks on it. So there is one trick that's not magic, but everything else is magic. So, all right, there we go. Okay, all right. Now to get to the trick. Okay, so let's see how this goes. And K-pop is crazy pop. Oh, when I request it in Hutch's stream, yes, that's true. Okay. All right, so this trick is going to require the 4 aces. So we've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave the ace of spades out, because when we do a trick like this, these are called ace assemblies. And we're going to try and assemble all the aces here by the end of the trick. So I promise you that all the aces will be together by the end of the trick. So I'm going to go ahead and place the aces out like this. And let me just double check the camera on the screen. Okay, because my daughter messed with this camera earlier, so it might just be like completely out of angle. I can actually tell right now that it's actually slightly angled off. But okay, so this is the reason why this trick is difficult, because there's just a lot of steps. I don't always remember exactly what to do on this one, but I think right now what I'm supposed to do is I'm going to go ahead and place a card here, and what we're gonna do is place a few other cards over here, and we're gonna try and get this ace to jump from here to there. So all I'm gonna do is magical gestures. Watch the magical gestures. That ace has jumped from here to there, because if I show you all of these cards, there's actually no aces here. And that ace is now there. I know, wild, right? Here, we're going to go ahead and do that again. We're going to go ahead and place a card here. Place a few cards over here. And we're going to go ahead and do some magical gestures. Some people think that the magical gesture is counting in my hand, but really it's the snap, because that's what makes it jump over. Because now if we take a look, the ace is no longer here, it's hopped down there. Hey, welcome in, DB nerd. Best part about allergies is you're always carrying around a tiny snack bar in your nose. I wanted to say hells yeah, but that means the snack bar is actually for not me. It's for the other critters and things, microscopic or otherwise. Anyway, some people believe that when I perform this trick, there's no aces that are out, but I'll show you that this is actually the ace, legitimately. And so here, what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave these aces down here. So now what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and place a few cards there, and let me go ahead and turn that ace face down. And I'm going to place a card down here. So, would you believe now that if I was to do these magical gestures one more time... That was horrible. So that so you may have seen or not seen something, but I did promise you that the aces would be together, and they are, but they are over here. Kisoko Play says yes, switched. Lol. Okay, all right. So we do something here where if I mess up a trick, it not necessarily to the audience, but like if I don't do it to my own satisfaction, it becomes a boss trick. So general explanation is I give myself homework for a future stream. So anyway, all the aces are here. So you're probably wondering what the hell's down here. Well, these happen to be all 4 queens. And that, my friends, is Hitchcock aces. GG, GG. Okay, all right. So we are going to add Hitchcock aces to my boss trick list because I just did that little snafu where I just flicked a card, and yeah, it doesn't look good because anything could have happened. Oh my God, Kisogo plays. Thank you kindly for the bits. Thank you kindly for the cheer. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see, and Cashmere Feline, thank you kindly for coming in. How's it going? Gasp, is this man who can do magic? Well, I mean, that was not a great example of it, but yes. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Cashmere Feline, Ryan B, welcome in. Eric Toaster, COD TC, Obi-Wan, let's see. I did it. Oh, Eric Toaster, you did a scandalous shuffle? Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so first let me just clear this before I forget. And then, alright, so for anybody who has not been here before, I have a couple of redeems. One of the redeems is called Scandalous Shuffle. And that means I have to shuffle 2 different sized playing cards together. So, Eric Toaster, you've been here before, right? So, what did you have particular sizes in mind? Do you want me to make it ridiculous? What do you want me to do here? I went for small and skinny. Okay, all right. We're gonna get our small and skinny cards for the Scandalous Shuffle. All right. Hold on. Let me pull these things out because that sounds horrible. Oh my God! Thank you so much for the raid, Dream. How's it going? How do you do? Welcome in. Let's see. Welcome in, Dream, Dr. Dream. Not trans at all. Lemzibe. Sorry, I'm not gonna have. Terezi TV. Welcome in. Dr. Dream, welcome back. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you're doing well. How is your stream? How's your stream, Dr. Dream? Okay. So I'm currently in the middle of setting up for a redeem. The redeem is actually called Scandalous Shuffling, where we shuffle 2 kinds of cards together. And yeah, so you guys are going to bear witness to that. Thank you for the follows, everybody. How's it going? And L3, if you can tell me how to pronounce your name, that would be great. Otherwise, I can stick with L3. I was struggling with it there. Or it'd be Lemon Boy? Oh, Lemon Boy. Never mind. I think I figured it out. I'm just dumb today. What's an easy trick but impressive for me to learn? There's an impressive... Let me see here. There's a trick called the Ambitious Card Routine that I would recommend if you are interested in learning sleight of hand magic. That's a pretty impressive one. So if you want to request that, you'll be able to see what that's all about. But anyway... Okay, while that is happening, we are getting ready for a Scandalous Shuffle redeem. Oh, by the way, welcome in Raiders. How are you doing? Hi, my name is Nam. I'm also known as Crazy Asian, spelled weirdly with 3 N's as well at the end. And I'm a sleight of hand card magician. At least I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So that's basically all I do here. But I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to allow people to request tricks. So if you would like, you can do ! TL to see the trick list and request a trick. Okay, alright, so here, let me go ahead and show you the mini cards. So these cards are tiny. These cards are very little. A regular card is this big. And this is a tiny card, very tiny. Actually, 2 of these fit exactly like this. And then we have skinny cards. Here's skinny cards. Skinny cards are exactly half of this. And so that's what we have here. So anyway, the scandalous redeem is I'm going to have to shuffle these small and these skinny cards together. Alright, for my personal comfort, I'm just going to do them in halves. Alright, now I don't know who... Alright, oh hey, welcome in, Unfocused IA, how's it going? Just stopping in to say hi. Oh, hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, travel cards, yes. Yeah, small cards. Okay, alright. Who's behind this redeem? If you want to blame anybody, Eric Toaster. I mean, sorry, he who shall not be named. Okay, here we go. Small into skinny. That sounds so... Anyway, you're welcome. I can't even... Okay, alright, here we go. I'm going to push these together now. Oh my. Alright, look at that. Okay, and that was with the skinny ones in the left hand. Let's now try the skinny ones in the right hand. Just so you guys get the full experience. Oh, okay. That's actually easier for some reason. I think I have fewer cards. Okay, and now we're going to stack them. There you go. Okay, Eric Toaster, there's your extremely scandalous shuffle of small into skinny, or skinny into small, or both. I mean, I technically did them in both order. Both orders. Ugh. Okay. All right. That, my friends. I'm gonna now remove this from camera. We're gonna have to censor this. This is extremely scandalous. So there we are. Okay. All right. Cool. So hey, welcome in, Flaming Hails. How's it going? All right. Cool. So now we have. Let's see here. So anyway, thank you for the raid, Dr. Dream, and thank you for all of the follows. And then thank you for coming in, everybody who's come in since. Chat's moving a little bit faster than I normally do. So I'm trying not to miss too much. But okay, all right, there we go. Okay, all right. First, let me pull out... Oh, you know what? Let's just use the queens. All right. Kiso has requested a trick called I Know Kung Fu. So let's see if I remember how to do this. This is I've not done this in a bit, but okay. So I have 4 helper cards over here. I'll show you those to you in a second, and I have the rest of the deck. We're going to need a card selected. Kiso, if you are there, if you're on desktop, you can go ahead and click on the screen directly in the browser, and it should put a... Actually, wait. Okay, now if you click on the screen directly, and it should put a marker there. So feel free to click on one of these cards. That'll be the selection. And if it's not you, I'm sorry. We'll take, somebody's click. And yeah, a heat map will appear. So feel free to click. All right, so while we're here, I did see some of the shout-outs, so thank you kindly for the shout-outs. Gibson Lens has been giving out shout-outs. So yeah, please follow Unfocused in IA, also known as Nalani. Is a variety streamer, plays music, games, arts and crafts. So it's a great fun time over there, so please give Unfocused in IA a follow. And if we haven't given a shout-out for Cashmere Feline, let's give Cashmere Feline, or Feline, a... follow as well. Also productivity streamer, so please give Cashmere Feline a follow. And then checking the gaff meter. I forgot, you're the one that said who requested this, but I did register, but I don't think I said hi. So hi, checking the gaff meter. I see somebody put a marker up here, but Kiso, would you like to still select a card, or would you like somebody else to select a card? We just need any card selected. Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. We did not. I think we did a shout out for Dr. Dream, but I don't think I verbally said it. So please give Dr. Dream a follow. Dr. Dream rated last time and is a Rubik's Cuber or a Speed Cuber. So please give Dream a follow, Dr. Dream a follow. And last time we also rated out to Noob Pianist, whom is both a musician and a cuber. So, and then also we have Chan in chat, whom is a magician and a cuber. So we've got all of the cubers intersecting right here. Okay, cool. All right, I think I covered on these shout outs. I mean, if I miss anybody, please feel free to just poke me. Yes, yeah, follow the mod. Follow all the mods. FYI, I only have one mod. It's Gibson Lens. Okay, all right. So, and Doug Cube, hello, welcome in. How's it going? All right, let's just pick a signed card because there's no way. All right, here's a signed card. So we'll use this one. And so this is the Chris M. Yee signed 2 of spades. And then we have our 4 queens. And so what I would like to do with these queens is, I forgot how to set this up. I think I do it like this. Okay. So, oh yeah. So this is what I do. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and turn over. Okay, we're going to take a pause. Hello, how's it going? Welcome in, Veda Ashley. How's it going? Alright, I'm going to start this trick over. We'll just... Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? So, Veda Ashley, I don't think I know you, so, let me quickly give you a follow, but, how was your stream? What did you do? So, yeah, if we can give Veda Ashley a shout out. Oh, Magician, do you know Infozar? Yes, I do know Infozar. I actually consider Infozar like the OG Twitch magician. But he calls himself the first half of Magic Twitch because it was him and Halthorn for the longest time, so they were the first 2. And then I met them, and then they gave me the third half of Magic Twitch. Yes, we still refer to it as halves. And then Chan became the 4th half of Magic Twitch. So, yes, so I do know Info XZar. Okay, cool. So, let's see. Do some magic. Yes, we're in the middle of setting up for doing a trick called I Know Kung Fu. Okay, let me just explain. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled a weird way with 3 N's. And I like sleight of hand card magic. I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to allow people to request tricks. So if you want to see my trick list, exclamation point TL. And then now pretty much all of the tricks are sleight of hand card magic, except for like 2 or 3 of them. But that's what I like to do, and that's what we do. So, let's see. Veda actually says, stream was great. Sang, danced, hung out, talked about life. All right. Sounds like a great stream. Definitely. So, Veda, I gave you a follow, so hopefully we'll catch you sometime. But, yes, everybody please give Veda Ashley a follow. Yes, nice to meet you too. So, Raiders, welcome in. Let's see. Okay. Mark Rides, how's it going? Clever. Crazy Asian. Yes, I can't say that, bro. I'm gonna be called racist. I mean, I'm allowing you to say Crazy Asian because that's how you would pronounce my name. Let's see here. So, okay, alright, okay, here we go. So, we're going to be performing a trick called I Know Kung Fu. So, I've separated the 4 queens, which will be my helpers for this trick. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and grab the heat map here. Delicious heat maps. Okay, and then we have a 2 of spades. So, what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and turn these queens face down. And this one, what we're going to do is, I'm just going to go ahead and place this off to the side for a second. Okay, so we'll place the 2 there. And then what we're going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and take the 2. So, full disclosure, I haven't done this trick in so long, I've kind of forgotten how to do it. So we're probably just going to have to wing it. Okay. So let's go ahead and take the, oh yeah, okay. Now I kind of remember. All right. So we have, so I'm going to take the 2 and place it on top of the red queens. Okay. And what we're going to do is take these and this is almost embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and take the 2 out from here. And I'm going to just grab it, right? So you can't see it, but all I have to do is throw it over here. And now it's actually gone in between the 2 black queens instead of being over here. Okay, that didn't feel so great. So let me go ahead and do that one again. So here, this time I'll leave both of the black queens face up. Okay. And what we're going to do this time is we'll once again leave that over there. And I'm going to go ahead and place, we're going to go ahead and place the 2 in between the 2 black queens. And we're going to take both of the red queens. And I'm just going to go ahead and flatten it. And actually, believe it or not, there's now only 1 card here. And actually, that 1 card is the 2 of spades. And you're probably wondering, wait, there's only 1 card in between here. But actually, if I show you, take out the 2 black queens, I can go ahead and split this into 2 cards. And they're both the 2 red queens. And that, my friends, is I Know Kung Fu! A little scuffed, but for the most part, I got most of it. Okay. Whew! Alright, that was actually, I was a little bit sweaty there. Not gonna lie. Okay, a little bit rusty on that one. Okay, whew! Alright. Oh my god, Kiso! Thank you so much for the gift subs! Whoa! Oh my god! Kiso! There's so many emotes on the screen, I can't see anything! Oh my god, thank you so much. Great trick, I'm stumped. Okay. Okay, so Kiso, there's something that we do here. If you gift a bunch of things, please sign a card in the Twitch deck. So please select a card, and we will write Kisogo Plays on one of these. And if you request another trick, I try and use it if possible. And if not, it's like a shout out to you every time the card shows up on stream. So please let me know what card you would like to be signed. About half of the deck is signed, so and the other half is empty. So we're about 2 of hearts. Is that taken? No, it is not. All right, easy. All right. Thank you kindly for the gift subs, Kiso. Greatly appreciate it. All right, 2 of hearts. All right, still we'll give you 2 of hearts because I think that was your first choice. It was meant to be. So 12 of spades. All right, I'm gonna make sure I spell Kiso Go Plays correctly because I've messed this up before. Kiso Go Plays. All right. 2 of hearts. So actually, in the wild, when you ask random people to choose cards, 2 of hearts is actually pretty popular. I'm actually surprised it's gone this many streams without being signed. So well done, you got the 2 of hearts. All right, let me catch up with chat a little bit because I definitely missed some, and I definitely saw some people hop in. So let me see. Hello, Thorn. Hello, welcome in. How's it going? Thanks for the shouting out, Ben. So if you're looking for the second half of Magic Twitch, follow Hal Thorn, a Singaporean magician, and performs basically all the close-up slide-up magic. We'll do balloon animals as well, and also likes his coffee. So, look, bro, I just do it off cam and act like it magic. Okay. All right. Let's see. Doing good. Practicing a little bit for Magic Monday. How's your day going? All right. Cool. We really remind OMG. Okay, and then thank you kindly for the emotes and claps. Chan the Magic Man, David Dunn, 1966. For the OMGs, Destruct, M Gage. Can you make the cards catch fire? No, I have actually been banned from trying to use fire in Magic by my wife, so that is not going to happen. Um, you bitrate. Okay. Thank you kindly for the follow, David Dunn. All right. Can I summon Zapar? I don't know who Zapar is. Let's see. Man, chat is a little bit hyped today. T Rose 888. Thanks for the gift sub. All right. Yes. Thank you kindly for the gift subs, Kiso. Greatly appreciate it. If not, three of spades. Blah blah. Okay. Let me choose. 69 of queens. Yes. All right. I used to do a bit of card magic several years ago. Oh, Doug Cube. Awesome. Yeah. Wait. Did you come in with Dr. Dream Stream? We did. I think we did discuss this, that there's some overlap between cubers and magicians. Thank you kindly for the applause, David Dunn. Greatly appreciate it. COD TC has redeemed a dad joke. Oh, also, if anybody is interested in requesting a trick, please feel free to request something from my trick list while I perform this redeem for COD TC, which is a dad joke. All right, there's a lot of new people in chat, so let me give you my long dad joke. All right, guys. I hope you're ready for... by the way, legitimate dad as of 21 months ago for the first time. Okay, which is the one that I actually want. Okay, here we go. What do you call a fish without any eyes? Fish. What do you call a bull terrier without any eyes? Bull terror. What do you call a giraffe without any eyes? A graph with a long y-axis. What do you call lions without any eyes? Blind lions. Did you guys think I was going to say lawns? No. What do you call a potato without any eyes? Fresh. What do you call a needle without any eyes? A pin. What do you call a drink without any eyes? A room temperature beverage. What do you call a fridge without any eyes? A fridge. Fridges don't have eyes. Alright, there we go. That is your dad joke redeem COD TC. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was the long one, so. Hey, badumts. Thank you kindly for the badumts, Chan. Alright. Let's see. Alright, thanks for all the other emotes. Nom nom. And the shimmy. Let's see, what's that? Sir Helton. You got any summons or any demons or what? So Destruct, if you're interested in seeing like Magic the Gathering cards, I have a redeem on my channel where I will perform a magic trick with Magic the Gathering cards. They are actually sitting right here. So get enough channel points and we can do a magic trick with Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see here. Yes, I'm a cuber. Excellent. Cool. Can we see the shirt? Oh, the shirt says Raven. I got it for free from a gaming convention years ago. I used to go to PAX conventions. Oh, also the trick list is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Thank you kindly for the counter on the dad joke. Yes. So CODDC says so bad. You're welcome. Genuine dad right here. Yeah, Mike 2600. Womp womp. Jay Manito. Welcome in. Alright guys, I have to let you know, Jay Manito is a new magician. Had his first magic show ever a couple days ago on Friday. First of all, Jay Manito, thank you for coming in, and thanks for hanging out. I don't know if you stream much, but maybe one day Jay Manito might stream. So if you do, feel free to follow Jay Manito. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this heat map. Delicious. Okay, so Jay Manito is graduating and had his capstone project be a magic show, and it actually went very well. And I was very impressed at the number of tricks that were there, the execution. Considering later I found out how much rehearsal and planning went into it. Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Jay Manito. And then after the show, we went out for drinks. So there was like a bunch of magician friends and I went out to support him. So it was really really good show. So all right, cool. So Mark Rides, you have requested the 8-card brainwave. Okay, so let's go ahead and prep for the 8-card brainwave. All right. Hey, welcome in the Rusty Panda. How's it going? Have you ever seen any beings from other worlds? Destruct, I've only seen them in science fiction shows and movies. So, all right, let's see here. Jay Manito, sometimes you just gotta improvise. Hell yeah. It was a great crowd at Jay Manito's show, by the way. All right, I'm going to need one person to interact, and if Mark Rides, you are there, I would like you to interact. Okay, here we go. Mark Rides. There's a selection of cards here. There are 8 cards. If you would like to select a card, go ahead. But let me urge you that this is going to hopefully be a mind reading trick. So if you think I would pick something because I could predict what your first choice is, maybe you should go with your second or third choice. Once you have that selection, let me know what it is. I won't change the camera. We're not going to break away from this. I'll let you know. Yeah. So, all right, Mark Rides, what would you like? Two, okay, 2 of spades. All right. All right, so the only 2. Would you believe that I predicted that you were going to choose the 2? Because if I show you, we've got a bunch red-backed cards, except for 1. And that, my friends, is the 8-card brainwave. Thank you kindly for the request, Mark Rides. Greatly appreciate it. See, Obi-Wan there has got the Elise Elise claps. Thank you kindly for the claps on Taru, and thank you kindly for the claps. Obi-Wan, Gibson Lens, The Rusty Panda, Jay Manito with the thumbs up, and M Gage, nom 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 nom. The boss is clapping, yes. Chan the Magic Man also has got those. And M Gage is like, whoa. So I will let everybody know here that yes, this is all sleight of hand card magic. This is what I like. This is what I enjoy. I have not signed any deals with the devil. I have not. I don't practice sorcery or black magic or anything like that. So you too can learn how to do this. You just want to practice sleight of hand card magic. So that's what it is. All right, cool. All right, once again, the trick queue is empty. So if anybody would like to request something, feel free. Otherwise, I'm just gonna babble on and chat with chat. I mean, that's what chat is for, right? Chatting with chat. By the way, the boss isn't me, it's Elise. No, I know. I'm aware that Elise is the boss. Yeah. All right. Destruct, I would just like to say, we would like to have a very respectful stream here, so I'm just gonna put that warning out now. Obi-Wan, I know you know, but that note was for everyone else. Oh, oh, I see. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Let's see. Obi-Wan, who may not know. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and perform another one. I do want to practice this one. I think this went over last. I think this one went over well last stream, and I've been trying to practice this. So we are going to go ahead and do this one. So request red, blue, oil, and water. Okay. Okay. So this would be helpful if I switched over to Magic Cam mode, huh? Okay, so we have 4 cards here, and I just want to show you that the backs are different. They're obviously from different decks. So these 2 are red back, these 2 are blue back. Just note that the red back cards are also red spot cards, and then just know that the 2 blue back cards, they're no blue front spot cards, or at least I don't have them. These are actually black spot cards. But if I was to mix them like this, you would expect that they be mixed in the back, sorry, in the front, but they'd also be mixed on the back. But all I have to do is flip it over and snap, and believe it or not, they're actually going to separate. I know, super weird, right? So here, if I go ahead and I place a blue card in between the 2 red cards, and you would expect them to actually be mixed, right? But if I flip it over and I snap and I show you, they're actually unmixed. Now, some people believe that I will secretly do something to mix and unmix, but let me just show you first that here they're mixed on the front, and I show you that they're also mixed on the back. But if I were to unmix them like this, all I have to do is snap. We're not going to do any sort of shenanigans. They actually become mixed. I know, interesting, right? But if I go ahead and I turn the packet over and snap, believe it or not, they are going to unmix. And that, my friends, is red, blue, oil, and water. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you kindly for the follow. Cynthia. Thank you. Cynthia P. Alright. Okay. Alright. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens, and the applause. Checking the gaff meter. Obi-Wan, thank you so much. All right. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Trick list is empty. So, if anybody would like to request something, there it is. Also, there's a reminder to take a hydrate break. So definitely, Mark Rides, you've gotten the random magician's choice, which is unusual. I did do this trick earlier, but I saw that you had requested it. You had requested the Devil's Elevator, right, Mark Rides? I can just do that again if you would like to see that, Mark Rides. Alright, cool. Excellent. We'll do the Devil's Elevator for you. So, yeah, of all the things, there was a lot of things in chat that I did not necessarily see, but, like, I was like, oh, I remember seeing that, and I'm like, oh, okay. I just did that one, but that's okay. I should probably do it again. And then I forgot about it. And then, so thanks for reminding me, Mark writes. Okay, all right. All right, so we're going to be performing the Devil's Elevator. So what we have here are, oh, Nam, did you get the Magic the Gathering redeem? Oh, I did see it, but I did not actually do it yet. Jay Manito, Jay Manito, if you're still in chat, when you redeem that, you should request a trick. Preferably, if you can pick one that it's like impromptu, that would be perfect. It has the impromptu tag. So Jay Manito, when you request that, I'll do that trick if possible with Magic the Gathering cards, and if not, we'll find a trick. So yes, Gibson Lance, thanks for the reminder. I did kind of forget about it, but I did register that it happened. So okay, cool. So anyway, for those of you who were not present earlier, we did a trick called the Devil's Elevator. Now the Devil's Elevator is a trick. I'm going to use the 6s and 9s, not because of the meme. I mean, partially because of the meme. But at certain angles, it'll look like 666. So that's why I'm using these. And then we're going to be using these. I'm going to use the 2, 3, 4, 5 of clubs. So we're going to go ahead and leave the red spot cards, the 6s and 9s over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the other cards over here. So we'll place the 5 here. And then we're going to place the 4 here. And then we're going to place the 3 over here. And then we'll take the 2 and place it on top of the 6s and 9s. So, for those of you who are not aware, hell is not just a place of religious, I guess, lore. It's a business. And as all great businesses, there's a lot of floors. So here's the first level, the second level, the third level, the fourth level, and the fifth level of hell. And there's a maintenance elevator. If you ever happen to find yourself in hell, you can get out of it by finding the devil's maintenance elevator, getting in it, pressing the up button, and it's easiest to escape from this top level up here. So if I take the 2 and place it in the second level, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, I place it in, you approach the devil's elevator and you press the up elevator button. That should get you to the top. Sorry, ding. It doesn't work unless you say ding. Okay. Alright, so now if I take the 3 and I place it on the third level of hell, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and you go ahead and press the elevator button. Ding! So actually, if anybody does not know, there is a channel redeem at 169 points for a ding. So, ding! Thanks kindly for the ding, Chan. And that actually brings the 3 up to the top, where it can find a way to escape. Now, some people believe that there are some of these clubs in hell at some point, but no, these are just the same red spot cards that we've been using the entire time. Excellent. Thank you for the ding, checking the gaff meter. Now if I take the 4 and I place on the fourth level of hell, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, push it in, close it up. And if we go ahead and ding, that was checking the gaff meter's ding right there, the 4 will hop up to the top. Some people believe that I've been using more than 4 cards for the 5 levels of hell. If we go ahead and place the 5 clearly in the 5th level of hell, close it up. Go ahead and approach the elevator, press the up elevator button, and we wait. Sometimes it takes a long time because some of the levels of hell are deeper than others, so you could be waiting for a bit. But just rest assured. Thank you kindly, Vieira Kirinoff, for the ding, and of course that will bring the 5 up to the top. And here we are, our 4 red spot cards. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator Redux for Mark Rides. Thank you kindly for the request. And thank you kindly for everybody who did the dings in there. So, Chain the Magic Man, checking the gaff meter, VR Karenoff. Thank you. Doug Cube, that was performed really well. Excellent. Thank you kindly, Doug Cube. Means a lot coming from someone who has performed some sleight of hand before. So, All right, Shinobi1 has requested Apex Aces, so we'll set up for that. Mark Rides, is there some way I can learn to do that? The answer is yes. Mark Rides, I learned this trick from YouTube, so if you actually search up Devil's Elevator, there's a lot of tutorials. Not all of them are great, so yeah. Gibson Lens, thank you. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens. Obi-Wan, Schneagle, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? And then let's see. COD TC Coke Zero. Okay. YouTube, I don't know. That's more of like hell than heaven. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I've had a busy day with taking care of the baby, and we brought the baby to a farm, and she saw live animals, so that's super exciting. Shango says, "Hi, I'm full of sushi, so good, excellent." Oh my god, that's funny because my daughter was wearing a shirt that said, "Grandma says I'm sushi cutie." So yeah, that's that's the shirt she was wearing. Always entertaining. All right, thanks for checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. Viera Karanov, Bet had best reaction to animals. So she didn't want to feed the animals after. Well, so she wanted to feed a couple, but then I think she got scared. But like she let an alpaca eat a couple of things from her hand, but then like smaller animals like the goat and the mule, she wouldn't. Not the mule, the donkey. Yeah, I think there was a mule there too. But yeah, toddlers meaning live animals, and you, of course. Yes. For sure. Okay, so this, my friends, is called Apex Aces. So we're going to be going ahead and needing to, first I'm going to separate the 4 aces. Those will be our helpers. I like to theme this as 4 bounty hunters searching for wanted bounty. And we have the deck, which is going to represent everybody else. And we need 3 selections. So if you are on desktop, you should be able to click directly on the screen, and we'll say the first 3 that gets it, or the one with the most votes. So if we get like a ton with like 1 vote on them, we'll try and consolidate. All right, so it looks like we've got currently 1 on the 7 of clubs there. So I'll go ahead and say this is one of our selections. All right. We'll need 2 more selections, so feel free, either same person, oh, somebody else. Okay, we've got I'm going to say that's what, the 9 of diamonds, probably? Or is that the 3 of clubs? We'll call it the 9 of diamonds. And then this one I think is the King of Hearts. So here we are. Oh yeah, 9 of diamonds. That is signed by Dream, so Dr. Dream. Good pick, good pick. All right, so these 3 are going to be our 3 outlaws that are wanted by the bounty hunters. Delicious. Mark Rides says, "Wow, I was thinking about Apex Aces. You read my mind." Oh wow, Shinobi, you nailed what Mark Rides was thinking. Amazing. Okay, and then COD you caught the eat. Excellent, thank you. Obi-Wan says, "Because we're feeding the horse by hand, and imagine if the horse bites our hand." Yeah, the thing is, as an adult, I know that my hand is a lot bigger. I can react quick enough, but like, for a toddler, for a 20-month-old, her hand's like so tiny compared to like the horse's mouth, whatever. So, okay, we're gonna get these cards lost. So 9 of diamonds, 7 of clubs, and King of Hearts. We're gonna get them lost in the middle. So let's put this one definitely in the middle. Okay. Then replace this one kind of maybe closer to the top, like so. Excellent. Checking the gaff meter. Thank you kindly for placing all of those in chat right there, so we remember. And this one maybe towards the bottom third, let's say. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and place that there. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, these 3 outlaws have run and lost themselves throughout the galaxy. I say galaxy because in my mind I'm imagining this to be like Cowboy Bebop style, and not just like in the world. But if you want to think about it in that way, we're trying to find those 3 bounties. So here's our team of bounty hunters. Now they need all the help of each other because they can't do it by themselves. So here's what we're going to do. The ace of diamonds is going to go ahead and run through and try and find a bounty hunter. So now if I show you, the ace of diamonds is gone. Let's do it again. Next bounty hunter. And here we are. We have now gotten the ace of spades is now finding the bounties. Here's our 3rd bounty hunter. And also has disappeared. And now Gibson Lens, the ringleader of our bounty hunters. Thank you kindly, Gibson Lens, for being a great bounty hunter. What we're going to do is let Gibson Lens do his work. And you might think that the bounty hunters are on the top. They're not. And they're not on the bottom, which some people believe. They're also on the bottom. They're actually searching through the galaxy for the bounties. And here is one of those Boba Fett, one of them is Boba Fett. It's the ace of spades, obviously. Boba Fett's got to be the ace of spades, right? Okay, here we go. If I spread, you'll see that there are some cards face up right here. Hey, thank you kindly for the follow. Thonbon? Thonibon. And here are the aces. And you'll notice that there are some cards in between each one of the aces. Right here. Welcome in, by the way. And if I show you what these 3 cards are wanted. Now, remember I said that they could not catch anything by themselves. They needed to catch them all together as a team, because here are the 7 of clubs, the King of hearts, and our 9 of diamonds. Who wouldn't want Dr. Dream? I mean, Speedcuber has the word dream in his name. Like, come on. So anyway, thank you very much for the request, Shinobi1, and hopefully you guys enjoyed Apex Aces. Words are hard. Yes, words are hard. English is hard too. All right. Doug Cube. No, I don't know how you did that one. Cool. Awesome. There are still things that can get you, Doug. Yeah, I've resigned myself to learning everything in the world of card magic, but because I don't focus and learn anything else in any other forms of magic, I still do get surprised because I'm not deliberately trying to learn all of the secrets in all of those other kinds of magic. So there is some level of something. Admittedly, I do know a little bit more than a regular layperson about some of the things just because of how much I know about card magic, but yeah, so I'm trying not to learn about everything. I'm just focusing on card magic. Let's see. So thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens. And thank you for the thank you. Mark Rides. Schneegel. Let's see. Mark Rides. Is this all cards tonight? I thought you had a coin trick. I do have like one coin trick on my trick list. It's called the Coin Matrix. So if you want to request that, there's that. And then the one thing that is not a magic trick that's on the trick list is not cards, is a Rubik's Cube. But I solve it like in a regular way. It's not magic. So I got carried away just learning secrets. My problem was not being able to tell stories and connect with the audience. Oh, yeah. So even if you just learn like 2 or 3 tricks, you can reskin those tricks by just telling a different story. So like the Apex Aces story, like the patter, is more boring without the bounty hunters when I do it. So all right, so we've got the next one requested by Jay Manito. Oh, okay. Jay Manito has redeemed magic with magic cards. So we're going to see if we can do this with magic cards, because that would be hilarious. All right, J Manito. I don't know if you know magic cards, but let me see what we can do here. I just need some cards, and okay. I think we can do it this way. All right, J Manito, if you were here, I could have you hold the cards with your hand, but since you are not, we're just going to have to make do. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with Magic the Gathering, that is a card game that you use these cards to play with. You don't really need to know exactly anything about the rules or anything, but this is what the back looks like, and then these are what the faces look like for specific cards. So this is these are land cards, but you can denote them by these symbols. So we call this a swamp. Sorry, we call this a swamp. We call this a mountain. And so I just want you to remember which one's on the top. So if you were here, J Manito, I could have you hold the cards with your 2 fingers. But because you are not here, we're just going to need something to place the cards on for the time being. So I'm going to use this box. Okay. So swamp and mountain. Okay. So look, if I go ahead and I place them there like that. Now, if I have the swamp, you have I think a lot of people would probably say mountain, right? So I'm going to show you how magicians might do this swap. With your fingers held, we would actually place it on the top, slide it into your fingers really quick, almost exactly, and then pull the bottom card out with these 2 fingers, right? So now if I have the mountain, you have the swamp, exactly. Now, if I go ahead and I do the swap once, I'll do the swap twice, and then I place it here. Would you say the swamp or the mountain's on the top? Everybody in chat, 1s if you think the swamp is on the top. 2s if you think the mountain's on the top. 3 if you sense shenanigans. Let's see. Doug Cube says, the trick I got into required way too much work set up for a small payoff. Okay, all right. Doug Cube says 3. M Gage says 3. All right, you guys are all. And J Manito says 3. 3 prime even. That's J Manito. You are J Manito is a magician and does know. And Shanigal also says 3. Yes, because now I would ask you to go ahead and turn your hand over with the 2 cards in it, and you'll see that. Did you guys see the sleight of hand? Because I don't know if you can tell. This is neither a swamp or a mountain, but if you actually read the card's title, which is at the top there, it actually says sleight of hand. Did you guys catch the sleight of hand there? I don't know if you did. Because here's the sleight of hand. And that, my friends, is 2-card Monty, also known as Be Honest, with Magic the Gathering cards. Thank you very much, J Manito, for the request and the redeem for using magic cards. J Manito says no. And once again, J Manito, congratulations on your first show. It went well, so hopefully we'll see more shows from you in the future. Schneagle says, that was super cute. Thank you very much. Chan the Magic Man says, OMG! Chan, I don't know if I've told you, that's my favorite emote of yours, just so you know. Doug Cube says, funny! Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, and I know Gibson Lens knows Magic the Gathering cards as well, so Gibson Lens occasionally plays Magic Arena on stream. Alright. Ooh, twisting Picasso's arm. Do I have... Oh my god, Sensha Katner, welcome in, and thank you kindly for the resub, and thank you kindly for the Twitch, baby! Thank you so much, Sensha, for the support. Alright, actually, Mark Wright says, actually, you can wrong song my request. Oh, okay. Can't keep my eyes open, just going to listen. Oh, okay, alright. Mark Rides, I will, we'll figure it out. Honestly, it's a short trick. I can probably still end up doing it. Maybe I'll just bump it down to the bottom. Let's see. J Manito says, I gotta get into the new release. I think it came out Friday. Oh,
I don't know. I don't follow paper magic anymore. Actually, I haven't bought any new magic cards for a while. I've bought some old magic cards, but that was that. Remove. Oh, thank you kindly, Gibson Lens. um, okay. It's a boy! Yeah, Twitch baby! It's a boy! Okay, let's see here. Twisting Picasso's arm. There we go. Sorry, I just needed to find where I place these things. Okay. Alright. Okay, hopefully I'm not giving anything away at the moment. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. Let's see. Oh, Sencha says, I seem to have only gotten boys, so it stands to reason, lol. Last time I bought MTG cards was in the 90s. I still have thousands of them in storage somewhere. Thank you kindly for this shout out for Sencha. By the way, if you're not following Sencha Katner and you want to see Twitch used in a different way, Sencha does plants. So, Sencha is a crazy mad scientist and making new plants and, breeding them, growing them. And if you want to learn about plant science, definitely give Sencha a follow. Let me also grab this heat map. Delicious. Okay. So this is a trick that I didn't get it from somewhere. I think I came up with it, but because attributing magic tricks to original people who have created them is very hard. So you were banned from using the fire. Does that mean no more Fantastic Four, or is it Fantastic 3 now? Oh, well, I still do the Fantastic Four, it just doesn't actually light on fire. So, okay, alright. So here we are, we're just going to use red face cards here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 red face cards. And if I flip them over, you'll see that they're all blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, all we need to do is just snap. And one of these blue-backed cards is going to change to be a red-backed card. I know. Interesting, right? So, here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do it again. Now, you would expect 3 blue, 1 red, but now we're going to see 2 red, 2 blue, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know. Okay, interesting. All right. Here we go. So now you would expect 2 and 2, right? But here, look, if I go ahead and do it now, you'll see that there's 3 red and 1 blue. Now, I do want to show you that there is still a blue card in this packet. Ugh. If only I can pick cards up. That would be glorious. Okay. So I just have to remember how to hold these cards for this particular trick right now. Because I don't want to mess this up. And here's the thing, I haven't done this in a while, so we're going to try and wing it because I'm actually not sure how to appropriately do this. I do have to show you, hold on, I do have to show you 1 blue card, right? Yeah, there we are. So 1 blue card, 3 red cards, and then we're going to show you 4 red cards. There we are. And that, my friends, is Twisting Picasso's Aces. Sorry, Twisting Picasso's Arm. Also a little scuffed. So thanks for the request. Checking the gaff meter. And also thank you for giving me some homework. So that's oh man, we're collecting boss tricks tonight. This is good. So if anybody doesn't know what a boss trick is, I am giving myself homework based on how well I do on stream, basically. So let me go ahead and note that, and I will have myself some homework. Let's see here. And Twisting Picasso's Arm. There we go. Okay. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens, and the Doritos checking the gaff meter. And thank you kindly for the claps, Schneagle. All right, we are. Once again, I see the 50 bits. I don't hear the bonk. I don't know what happened. I thought I fixed it last time. I fixed this. But by the way, thank you kindly for the bonk. All right, your bonk will not be forgotten. All right, that sounds. Okay, we're gonna get the bonk. Yes, you did indeed fix. I did. Hold on. I'm gonna. Is it just yeah? Sound alerts are on. Hold on. I'm just try this other sound alert just for purposes of testing the sound alerts. That one's fine. You're not crazy. I mean, I am crazy, but I mean, not. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Log in with Twitch. Oh my God. I can't log into my sound. Yeah. Oh, thank you kindly for the transporter. I can't log into my sound dashboard for some reason. This is bizarre. This is weird. Log in with Twitch. What? Oh, is the site down? I mean, I don't understand why everything else is working. Yes, I agree. Alright. I'm going to have to IOU checking the gaff meter. Okay, I'm going to actually, you know what? I will both get you an IOU for the real bonk, and I'm going to have to verbally do a bonk right now for you. Bonk! Hopefully that was satisfactory. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I don't even know if... I don't even know how that would have sounded. Terrible bonk. I know. Bad. Okay. I mean, I could enunciate and just... Bonk! I wanted to sound like the sound effect. Okay. Alright. Man, we are getting homework. Okay. COD TC. Are you still in chat? Because this is called the invisible deck, and we will need one spectator to interact with us. And yes, I'm here. COD TC. Excellent. Great. All right. COD TC. The bonk shall rise again. Yeah. Bonk. Bonk bonk. I have a deck. At this point, I'm not going to move the deck. Actually, I am, because I have to send the deck to you through the internet pipe. So COD TC. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take the deck. I'm going to hand it to you through the internet pipes. You won't be able to see it on your side. It'll be invisible, but hopefully you'll feel it. So COD TC, get ready. Let me know when you receive the deck. All right. And Training the Gaff Meter says, this is my favorite trick. I feel it. All right, excellent. Now so open up the box, take all of the cards out of the deck, and look through the cards. Now, select one of them. Take it out. Look at it. Remember what you pick. And then before you put it back in the deck, turn it facing the opposite direction, and then put it back into the box. And then once you've done that, put all the cards back in the box, close it up, send it back, and I will diaper catch the deck. Here we go. Okay, all right, whoa. Wait, whoa. Okay, all right, I just diaper caught the deck. Okay, here's the deck. All right, so at this point, I'm not going to break away from camera, and go ahead and tell me which card was the one that you picked, COD TC. Catching the gaff meter says diaper catch. Yeah, it's like the one where if my hands were, I'm not gonna. It's like between my legs. It's like anyway. The Five of Hearts. Okay. So here's the thing. What if I told you that if I pull out this deck and I show you that the Five of Hearts is actually the one that is facing in the opposite direction? That'd be a little bit weird, right? That'd be just a little bit weird. So, here we go. Now, here's the thing. We do have one card facing in the opposite direction. Just that one. What was the card again? 5 of hearts? You know, the one thing about great thing about doing magic on Twitch is that it's in chat, so I don't have to remember anything. Alright, 5 of hearts, right? Not really weird. Those were your instructions after all. There we are. Impossible. Yep, there's the deck. There you go. 5 of hearts. And that, my friends, is the invisible deck. Doug Cube says, is COD TC in on it? Doug Cube, no. The answer is no. So, it's the best, yes. So this is a freely selected card. So any card can actually be freely selected from the deck. And that, my friends, is the invisible deck. There we are. Thank you kindly for the Doritos and the claps. Checking the gaff meter, Gibson lens, Schneegel. And thank you kindly for the request, COD TC. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to sleep. Yes, for some people it is definitely late, and so I definitely recommend getting a great night's sleep. So, COD TC, have a glorious evening, and take care. Doug Cube, thank you kindly for following. This stumped me. Oh, I'm happy that you can still enjoy the mystery, Doug Cube, even though you have some experience with some card magic. So, check the gaff meter. I was yelling at my kids in the other room. You're not gonna believe this. All right. Bye, COD TC. We'll see you around. Have a good night. All right. Next, we have a trick called Aria, and that's requested by Schneegel. Let's see. Do you do tarot cards? Destruct. I don't do tarot cards. Like, I don't do tarot card readings, but I have some tarot cards to do sleight of hand card magic with. So if that is something that interests, we'd save up some channel points, and I can do some magic, which I've done some magic with tarot cards before on stream. So. Let's see. Schneegel says, I know almost no real card magic tricks, so these are all amazing to me. Oh, great. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the compliment. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. And to be fair, even if you do know some, I think the different levels of experience of knowing magic and knowing, like, performance card magic or whatever you end up doing is that, like, you know, you can enjoy the wonder if you don't know how it's done. If you do know how it's done, you can appreciate things like how I approach the trick, how I perform the trick, the methodology. If I use like a different technique, like you get into like things where if you've seen like cardistry, those are the people who are like doing the card designs like in their hands and stuff. Like just like seeing techniques and how things are done, that gets more interesting, even if you know how to perform some tricks. So, all right. And then, let's see. Doug Keep says, I believe it. I used to know similar tricks. Yeah, I can't think of a way to do this one. Yes. There you go, Doug. So there are things that are still interesting to, I guess, non-lay people, right? That would be the thing. All right, so we have a trick request from Schneegel, and it's called Aria, and I can do the setup for this one on camera. So normally I'll do this with the aces, so let's go ahead and use the aces. Oh, because 3 of them are together right there. So that makes life easy. And there's one right there. Okay, cool. Let's see. Doug Cube. I tried cardistry. Hobby can get expensive. Oh my god, cardistry. So I tried doing some flourishes, and I've decided that I don't want to put in the time and effort to exercise the weird muscles in your hand to do certain cardistry moves, and then I'm like, like I couldn't even do a basic, and this is like a magician move, like the pressure fan, which is basically like pressing the deck like this, and then like fanning it, and then it comes out perfectly even. But like, if you can't tell, this is not perfectly even. Like for me, it might look okay-ish, but like it's not very good. So one of our other magician friends, he's really good at doing the pressure fan. So, okay. All right. So first, I'm going to place all the aces out like this. And then I'm going to turn them all face down. We are going to need a few cards placed on each one of these piles. So I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards here, 3 cards here, 3 cards here, and 3 cards here. Okay. But yes, yeah. Cardistry also requires like extremely consistent cards, flexible cards, and like if you like a certain stiffness, and yeah, like buying a regular deck of playing cards, most people don't think of like costing more than like a few dollars. But to get like nice decks of cards, you can go from the $5 to $15 range, and then when you're buying cards for specific purposes of cardistry and slash or specific magic, you can buy a single deck of cards for like $30. Or some rare ones for like $60. It gets crazy. Hey, welcome in, Lolo Frosty. I'm in the middle of a trick called Aria. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take this and place the ace amongst this 4, and we're going to go ahead and place this somewhere near the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and take this, place the ace amongst these 4. Here, place that like squarely in the middle. Lola Frosty 21, how's the magic going? It's going pretty well, I think. It's going pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and place this. Let me revisit that question after I finish this trick. I'm going to place that ace here, and we'll place that closer to the top, let's say, like right there. Okay, so, and then this last pile, what we're going to do is, instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and count 1, 2, 3, and all the aces actually hop back up to the top. And I mean, all the aces are signed, so I mean, they're the only aces. You can see that there's no aces. So there they are. They've jumped back up together, not mixed throughout the deck, and here they are. Okay, so all right. Hey, welcome in, Frolic Chris. How's it going? So yeah, Lolo Frosty. Let me revisit. How's the magic going? So earlier tonight, I had a trick request from someone new. I know him from like another stream, from modding another stream, but they requested a hard trick, and the one that I dread doing, and I almost nailed it, and then I just flubbed a card at the end. So that was that becomes a boss trick for next time. So anyway, if anybody needs an explanation for boss trick again, it's just something for me to do homework so that I get better. So, and then I did another one that I was not very happy with. So, and then another one. So the thing is, I think the tricks still were fine for the most part. I just wasn't happy. So even if I don't like give away the secrets of magic or something, or like I had to hesitate a couple of times tonight because I'm like, how the hell does this trick proceed from here? And like, I just had to wait there for a few seconds thinking like, okay, what do I do now? All right, do I do this? Okay, I know I do that. So, yeah. So I would say I'm probably more out of practice today for some reason than like most other days. I don't know. Or maybe the tricks that you guys are picking is like, yeah, secrets of magic. Anyway. So, yeah. There we go. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. And the, let's see, yeah. The Lolo Frosty says, hope he gets better soon. Yes, thank you. I am trying to do well. Okay. Alright. Gibson Lens, if you want to, bring down the hammer, I'd be okay with that. Okay, Frolic Chris, welcome in. How are you doing? And Lola Frosty, welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well. SR, any magic involving more aces? Okay. Alright. There isn't a specific one, but we can probably find one for you, Frolic Chris. That trick was actually just sleight of hand. Yes, that trick was sleight of hand Doug Cube. So this one you can do with a borrowed deck, so long as like the cards are like in decent condition and not like the corners are fine. But yes, so yeah, going back to the cardistry decks can be really expensive. So you bought a $40 deck. Yeah, that's crazy. So to a lot of people, it's crazy. To a magician, it's like, oh, okay, you just needed to have this deck for some reason. I get it. I totally get it. All right, Frolic Chris, you wanted a trick that involves more aces. Let's go ahead and find one for you. And also, we're having issues with bonk. So my sound alerts are not working. I mean, most of my sound alerts are working. There's just one particular one that's not working. I just don't know why. That's so. We'll figure that out at some point. My card tricks all relied on tools. Ah, yes. So for anybody who is unaware of the world of magic, there's lots of different ways to achieve a trick, and so I specify sleight of hand in my title because sleight of hand is kind of like the way that you use cards or a regular deck of cards to make it look like real magic. Other times there's things like, so Doug Cube is mentioning tools, but like for example, a magnet is a tool that one could use, right? Strings, ropes, magic, like mirrors, smoke, those are also tools. And then there's other specific tools. And then there's other times where there's a tool that doesn't exist, and we call that in magic arts and crafts. So you'll have to make yourself something to achieve the effect that you want. But yeah, though I did love using smoke. OMG, don't say. Yeah. No. So I'm not into exposure, but I think that there's like this huge taboo around speaking about parts of magic, like the art and performance, and then like the work that goes into magic, that I'm okay with talking about that. Like, the structure of a magic trick, right? Like there's the pattern, there's the method, there's these things. It's like talking about the structure of that is like something I also want to bring out in these streams. So, okay, let's see. I have not done. There's a trick that requires aces that is called twisting the aces, and I haven't done it for 2 months. That is a perfectly acceptable one. We'll do that one. Frolic Chris asks, so what do you think of Penn and Teller? I think Penn and Teller are awesome and amazing. Kismet Divine, welcome in. Hi, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. So, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So let me introduce myself officially to Kismet. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian on Twitch with 3 N's. I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to allow people to request tricks. And so if you want to check out the trick list and request something, feel free. And if not, we'll put tricks in there. And I'm currently catching up with somebody. But yes, okay. So twisting the aces, perfect. All right, excellent. And then let's see. Well, how are you? I'm tired, and I was actually debating on streaming tonight because I was tired. I had a long day. But it was a great day. I got to spend it with my family, with my wife and my daughter, whom is like 20 months. So, not a whiner. I'm good, almost home from work. Excellent. And then, let's see here. Okay, cool. Frolic Chris says, they give away a lot of tricks, which is why I ask. Oh, okay. So, Penn and Teller exposed how a lot of tricks were done, but it both, brought magic back. So, magic ebbs and flows, in mainstream. And, right now, I think we're in a point where it's, inflating. So there's a lot more people getting into magic. But, they have a lot of magic knowledge and experience between the two of them. They have forced magicians to innovate because they exposed some of the earlier secrets that were, and some of them are pretty basic. And, to be fair, once you enter the world of magic, you realize there's so many things that you do not know about the world of magic and how you things. Obi-Wan says, "Wait, you just said Hutch signature phrase." Oh, I'm tired. Yes, of course. Lol, I'm sure your wife's proud of her magician husband. Yeah, incorrect. Destruct, because my wife hates magic. So that is yeah. Kismet, I'm going to be winding down when I get home, so I'll be listening and lurking. All right, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out and lurking, Kismet. So. I like Penn and Teller too. Yeah, the great thing is Penn and Teller. Yeah, actually, let me do this trick, and then we'll talk more about Penn and Teller in a second. So, what we have here is twisting the aces as requested by. Well, I'm doing this for Frolic Chris because he tried to request something for we're using the 4 aces. So, all right. Okay, so if we wanted to turn the aces face up, doing it like this is not so magical. That's how normal people would do it. So what we're going to have to do is do it differently. So if I hold the packet like this and I give it a twist, that magical twist is going to turn up the ace of hearts. Now, if I go ahead and I hold the packet and give it another twist, it'll turn up the ace of clubs. But you'll notice that the ace of hearts turned itself face down. I know, super weird, right? I don't know either. Okay, if I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, that's going to turn up the ace of diamonds. Now, the ace of spades is arguably the most egotistical, narcissistic ace, and it's very hard to just give it a little bit of magic to turn face up because the pip is way more gigantic on the ace of spades compared to all the other aces. But look, I can show you that all the cards are face down right now. But if I give it a magical twist, all the cards are still face down. But actually, do we have any magic in chat? For anybody who is on browser and can click directly on stream, go ahead and click directly on the pack of cards. The more clicks that we get on that, the more magic we're going to infuse into this pile. And I think that will be enough magic to hopefully flip the ace of spades face up. Okay, let's see. But I got burned out by it, and it's kind of bitter knowing too much, no longer having wonder. Yeah, I know, Doug Cube. It's Fool Us makes my brain go poof because I don't know the mechanics. I mean, most people don't know the mechanics. Yeah, I know, right? So weird. I have a feeling he knows. All right. Oh my God, we got like 7, 8. We got seven heat maps there. Okay, so I think that's gonna be enough magic to turn the ace of spades face up. And thank you kindly for all those heat maps. And that, my friends, was twisting the aces. Magical twist! Oh, okay. Alright, I'm on phone rip. Oh. Pick his nose. Now I'm eating well tonight. Oh, yes, for sure. There's been a lot of heat maps tonight, yeah. Thank you kindly for the claps. Frolic Chris. Check the gaff meter. Lolo Frosty. Gibson Lens. Thank you. Schnagel. Thank you. All right. Okay, so back to Penn and Teller. Yeah, so Penn and Teller did a lot for the world of Magic. They totally may have exposed things. They were known as the bad boys of Magic for a while, but what ended up happening was they became so big, they forced other magicians to innovate, and now there's all sorts of different things that are magic. So the whole point of Penn and Teller Fool Us for the audience is to see if magicians can fool Penn and Teller. That's not the original pitch that they put out for the show. They just wanted to showcase some of the best magic, and that's basically what they do. So, but I think it was like a harder sell to financial backers initially. And if you've watched Penn and Teller Fool Us for a while, like the earlier seasons, they actually try and figure it out. But I think by season 3 or 4 was when they turned it around, and they made it less about fooling people and just showcasing the best magic, like the way that they wanted. But because they built up the brand of Fool Us, they ended up doing that. So I don't think they exposed that much. Yeah, they talk and code really well. Oh yeah, on the show they try not to expose anything anymore. So it's really not. It's really not about that. It wasn't the OG. Yeah, it wasn't the OG pitch. Yeah, the OG pitch was just they just wanted to showcase the best magic, and it was harder to get money financially for them that way. So, do you do this for a living or do you have a day job? No, I just do Twitch and Magic for fun. So, I am a software engineer. It would be a hard sell to not have health insurance during a pandemic with a baby. So. Let's see. Lolo Frosty. Yeah, I can't understand the code either. Oh, yes, when they talk in code, it is super interesting to magicians because it's like, I'm like, wait, I recognize these words and that name, and it's like, okay, so you have to know like what's a name and what's a code word and like what to search. And like, there's a lot of things when you try and search. Like, I tried searching for a lot of magic stuff in the first few years of me teaching myself magic, and it was super hard because there's a lot of stuff to sift through, and there's a lot of garbage out there. So it's like, if you spend enough time like looking at stuff, you can start sifting it out, and it's like, it's really interesting. There's a lot of deep lore, and it's not very well accessible and published. So unless you have a ton of magic books, which is basically where all the historical lore is. By the way, the trick list is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Let's see. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. They slip like, I saw you do, something, and then they aren't fooled. Yes, right. Sometimes it's overt. It's like, did you switch something? And also, the little thing that we see on the show is not how long it really is in the studio audience when you were actually watching the show live. So that discussion portion between Penn and Teller doesn't necessarily just take a few minutes. Like, oftentimes that takes 15, 20 minutes in the actual show. And they just cut out like some of the most important parts. So that part where like Allison Hannigan is interviewing the magician, that, it seems like there's just a few questions here and there, but like she's actually interviewing them for like maybe up to 15, 20 minutes. It's a long time. So anytime that there's stuff that they have to cut out, there's usually enough material that they can put it in the show. But the show that you see on TV is an abbreviated version of what actually happens. And also, they don't ever air anything where mistakes are like horrible mistakes that are made, and so they do adjust for that. So the Fool Us schedule, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's pretend they take like 25 acts or something, and they'll pad it with like 30 acts, thinking that some of them won't be suitable for TV for whatever reason, or some of those acts will mess up or whatever. So, but yeah, so if you guys didn't know, but you wanted to know, that is the case. How does Teller speak in code when he doesn't talk a lot of the time? So for all like Chris, Teller does speak. He just doesn't speak for his magical character. So he doesn't talk while performing. But like if you just search up like Teller interview, you'll see him talking. Like, by the way, if you've never heard Teller talk, the first time I heard Teller talk, I'm like, whoa, that's his voice? No way. And you get used to it. Like, I know what his voice sounds like now, but yeah. Destruct. What kind of software do you work on mainly? Do you specialize in anything? Let's see. I'm mostly in the Microsoft stack, so I'm mostly dealing with like .NET, C Sharp, Microsoft SQL Server, that kind of stuff. A little bit of front end, but not really. I'm not very good with front end. Pretty familiar with handling like data, so yeah, ETL, SQL Server, file formats, that kind of thing. Let's see, Lolo Frosty. Yeah, that makes more sense. Good to know. Thanks. And then yeah, Lolo Frosty. I am like, how do they know on like 5 minutes? Yeah, it's probably not possible for them most of the time. They may have a sense of how some things are done, but like they usually want to get like a lot of things. And actually, another tidbit about the Penn and Teller show. So Penn and Teller are wired up to mics, and they are always hooked up to the producers in the back, and so they're talking basically 100% of the time, and the producers can hear all of their chatter that's supposed to be secret for them to try and figure out the trick. And the producers will also use some of that as kind of like additional stuff. Oftentimes, the person who's the magician, they usually get it if the codes are good or whatever. But there's been a couple times in which Penn and Teller have messed that up, and so they have actually said, "Oh, you didn't fool us," but actually, based on what the producers said later, you didn't fool them. So they actually had an episode where they brought somebody back, just doing like a simple, I think it was like a poker chip manipulation, and they said that they had fooled them initially, or sorry, didn't fool them initially, but they actually had fooled them and they gave them a trophy. So it was actually really cool. Yeah. Let's see. Bing search is magically relevant. Now I think now I know it's thanks to you. I don't recommend hearing Teller talk. It spoils the act. Destruct. Yes, I'm a back-end developer. Yeah. And the producers know the secret ahead of time. Yes, the producers have to understand the performance and method because they actually. So the one thing about the show, and actually I'm going to prep for this trick while we discuss more. But yeah, there's actually a bunch of people on the show that know how the trick is done because they, even if the trick is not like 100% finalized, they'll help the magician to do the trick the best possible way. So they try and dress it up. They'll make suggestions on how to make it better for the performance, for the show, and they collaborate with them. So knowing how the trick works will help with that a lot of the time. Are the producers also magicians? Yeah, a lot of the producers tend to be magicians. They might not be like performing. They're other magicians who make other magic tricks for magicians, or magicians who create tricks, but their primary thing isn't like to perform. They might be creating tricks for other magicians. So yeah, producers judging whether they're fooled. Yeah, the producers judging whether they are fooled. So oftentimes, if they have to leave it to the judge, they say, okay, we'll leave it to the judge. We're not sure if we're fooled or not. Then they'll say, send it out. And yeah, and then that's how we get a decision from the producers sometimes. Yes, so they are from the magician producers that know how the tricks are done. So, all right, I know a SQL Server dad joke. All right, Frolic Chris, you know a SQL Server dad joke. Let's hear it. Let's see, Doug. I've talked to some people that were on the show. That's cool, Doug Cube. Yeah, I've talked to some people that have met people that have shown. I've talked to one person on the show that went on the show. That was pretty cool. If you know of the magician Garrett Thomas, he's a friend of a local magician friend and performed at a restaurant here. So we got to see. Garrett Thomas perform some really cool magic. So okay, all right. There's also there was also at least two cubers that went on the show. Yeah, one of them is I think Stephen Brundage, and he was the one that like popularized Rubik's Cube magic. So he went viral because he got out of a traffic ticket by doing a magic trick with a Rubik's Cube. So that was the first. It probably wasn't the first time somebody did magic with a cube, but it was the first time that a magician got out of a traffic ticket because of the Rubik's Cube trick. So, all right, Frolic Chris says, a sequel statement walks into a bar. Yeah. Stands between two tables and says, may I join you? Well done, Frolic Chris. Lolo Frosty says, wow. That guy isn't a well-known cuber among the cubing community, though. No, I don't think so. Okay. All right, here we have, and checking the gas meter has been waiting patiently for wildcard. I'm sorry. So, we have some cards. We've got the 9 of spades, and the 9 of spades, and the 9 of spades, and the 9 of spades. And this is actually the Queen of Hearts, and then we have a 9 of spades, 9 of spades, 9 of spades, and 9 of spades. Okay, so we've got a bunch of 9 of spades. And then we have one Queen of Hearts. Okay. Now this Queen of Hearts is a little persuasive and can change the minds of all of the other 9 of spades by simply doing some stuff. Because if we just have this Queen of Hearts talk with this 9 of spades, it will actually transform it into a Queen of Hearts. And now if we have these Queen of Hearts talk with this 9 of spades, we're going to go ahead and have this turn into a Queen of Hearts. And we'll do it again here. And then we'll do it again here. Is that weird or what? That's super strange, huh? And once again here, 9 of spades will become Queen of Hearts. Nine of spades will become Queen of Hearts. And 9 of spades will become Queen of hearts. And our last 9 of spades will become a Queen of hearts. And that, my friends, is wild card.
Just blew my mind.
Checking the gaff meter. Thank you kindly for the mind blown and the request. Sorry for the delay. There was a lot of Penn and Teller discussion. Checking the gaff meter says, huh? Weird. Frolic Chris says, yeah, my joke wasn't that good. Yeah, no. I mean, it is the daddiest joke of I guess database programming languages. How is she doing this? I didn't understand it because I don't know software. Oh, let's see. Lolo Frosty's Pog Slide. Oh, hold on. Can I move as fast as that face? Okay, that seems super weird. I should probably stop doing that. Don't clip. Schneagle says, just dang! Destruct says, impressive! Thank you kindly for the clap. Schneagle, Lolo Frosty, checking the gaff meter for the Doritos. Checking the gaff meter says, woo! And then, thank you kindly. I got the joke, but not willingly, Schneagle. My sympathies. Doug Cube says, nice. I get it. Excellent. Okay. Whew. All right. What time is it? It is. Let's see. All right. Under protest, Schneagle. All right. Cool. All right. Hold on. Let me see how long I've been going here. Okay. Let's do last call. If anybody would like to see any tricks, feel free to request. And then otherwise, if not, we will put 1 or 2 of our usual closers, and we'll do that. In the interim, let me... I feel like I have to undo this. Oh, I should probably also clear this. Hold on. SP, there we go. Okay. So, I'm going to have to undo the shuffle from earlier, the scandalous shuffle. So I'm going to do that now. If anybody doesn't want to see this, I'm sorry. I know, checking the gaff meter, this will pain you the most. Okay, well, at least they're differently sized, so they come out easily. Obi-Wan says, I got distracted and didn't quite hear the software engineering joke. Can you tell it again? Yeah, so... Oh, I forgot how we started it. Let's see. All right, just tell it. Oh, no. An SQL statement walks into a bar, stands between 2 tables, and says, may I join you? There you go, Obi-Wan. I'm sure you'll understand it. Let's see. Well, don't come crying to me. You brought this on yourself. I have trepidation. Lol. How is it so many of us are software engineers? I don't know. I mean, the nerdy geekery of it all. Or some of us chat about other like technology or like software related things in other streams. So I can see. Select star from table name. There you go. Okay, let me see what I want to end with. We normally end with either a couple of things, but I'm thinking... And actually, we did have a request for this earlier, but the person had to leave, but I feel like I'm going to do it anyway, so let's go ahead and... So first things first, let's see, Lola Frosty says, I'm not a software engineer. It's okay, not everybody is a software engineer, it's okay. If everybody was a software engineer, it would probably be tougher to make it what we would currently know as a software engineering wage. Oh, I was not trick request. All right. Charlie's Beats. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? And then let's see. Oh yeah, last call if anybody wants to request anything. And then I'm thinking about my closers. So I think I want to do. Let's see. All right. So barring any other trick requests, I'll leave the queue open through Coin Matrix, and then we will close it after that. But so I really love this trick. This is like the only trick that's not really card magic, even though I'm going to use cards for it. But let's see here. 8 here coins, still here, but just tired eyes. Oh yes, okay, cool, awesome. All right, so I love this trick because it's relatively visual, and I went over it with a couple of other magician friends recently, and I'm badgering one of my magician friends to do it. So, but what we're going to do is cover each coin with a card, and then we're going to make the coins teleport from corner to corner. So look, we're going to go ahead and make this quarter jump from here up here. Boom. Look at that. We're going to make this one jump from here up there. Boom. And then we're going to make this one jump from there to here. Boom. And that, my friends, is the coin matrix. Now, that's the basic version. And there's a couple of things that will sometimes... So I've been trying to think of a way to expand this. And there's one thing that I discussed. The other slightly different variation, and you guys are probably not going to really notice any difference in this. But, so what I do once... it will just, okay, so here. I'm going to make this one jump from here up there. And then I'm going to make this one, look, it's going to jump from here over there. And then we're going to make it jump up here. And then we're going to finally make this one jump over here. So very similar, first to second. But did anybody have any preferences for what they liked between the first one and the second one? Because there's just two slightly different variations of basically the same trick. But yeah, that's the basic coin matrix. So let's see. Having said so, when I was at university, out of a class of 100 students, there's only 50 that actually understand code. I wonder why the remaining 50 enrolled in the course. Yeah. Who knows? Mark Ride says, I hear. All right. Doug Cube says, I think I've seen someone do this trick before. Yeah, this is a pretty popular trick. I liked the second one, Lolo Frosty. Thank you kindly. That is good feedback. I will... So I'm used to doing it the first way, and the second way, I was just like, okay, here's a way that you can do it that's slightly different, but yeah, it's just the pacing is a little bit different, and there's like one extra thing that happens. But thank you. All right, hopefully you guys like that. Thank you very much for the waving. Sorry for the hype. Oh, are those arms or is that a scarf? Oh, it's arms. Okay, there we go. Just Sorry, I just felt compelled to do that. Don't clip that. Damn it, I shouldn't have said that. Now it's gonna get clipped. Okay, Charlie's Beats has requested Traveling Man. Okay, let's do that one next. And we'll go ahead and close the queue. Yeah, so at work I'm working on a different... So we have a team, and then we have squads, which are like sub-teams on the main team. And so we're working on a new project, basically now. Obi-Wan's is going to have lunch. If I don't come back in time, have a good night. All right, have a great lunch, Obi-Wan. Definitely thanks for hanging out and being here, and have a good lunch. But yeah, we're starting the project. Like we started the project, but just a few days ago. So... Alright, let's see here. I have to remember, let's see, Traveling Man. Okay, I actually need cards from 2 decks for this one. Please hold while I get cards from decks. And you guys will know that they're from different decks because the backs are different. Okay, these are from this one. These are from this one. Hell yeah! What are we doing? Oh yeah, hell yeah! Okay. Okay. So all right, here we go. And Charlie's Beats, if you are still there, I'm going to need you to think of a suit. So go ahead and think of one ahead of time, and I'll tell you, and keep it to yourself for now, and then I'll let you know when to tell us. So I have 8 cards here. 4 cards come from a red deck, and 4 cards come from a blue-back deck. And I'm going to show you that they are all jacks. And I just want you to note that in each of the piles, the jacks are in the same order. So it's clubs from the top to the bottom, or if they're face up. Clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts. All right, Charlie, I will need you to select a suit. So please let me know which one you've selected, and that's going to be the one that's going to travel to the other side. And when I say the other side of this line in the literal sense, not the other side like, anything. Hearts. Okay. So you have selected the hearts. So we're going to go ahead and place that, if I have it like this, it's like third from the top if we flip it face down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I do want to maintain the order in each pile though. So here, we'll take a look at the same spade, heart, diamond, and clubs. Okay, so we're going to close that up. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult this time because I don't normally have the Sharpie here. But sometimes when magicians snap, you're not just doing a magical gesture. We're actually going to be snapping, and that will actually flick the card from one pile to the other pile. I don't know if you saw, but I did a simultaneous flick. So remember, the heart was third from the top, right? And so now if I show you in this pile, there's now a blue-backed card right there. And if I show you, that's the heart. I know, strange. And now over here, that is the heart. So they've swapped. Now, you may think there are some shenanigans afoot, but look, I'm going to go ahead and just restore the piles back to normal. Okay, so we've got all of our red-backed cards here. And we've got all of our blue-backed cards here. But all I'm going to do is perform that mechanical snap to flick the cards. And it's tougher because I got to go through the marker. I don't know if you can see it. It goes so fast. Even if this is 30 FPS, which I don't think it is, but if it was 30 FPS, you're going to need like 8,000 FPS to see that flick. Because look, if I show you again. There's a blue-backed card in the red pile, and once again, a red-backed card in the blue pile. And that is the heart. And that, my friends, is Traveling Man. All right. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the request, Charlie's Beats. And thank you kindly. Oh, welcome back, Arianti. How's it going? Thank you kindly for the claps. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats. Lola Frosty, wow. Thank you kindly for the wow. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens. Really appreciate it, everybody. Schneagle, thank you kindly for the claps. Okay. All right. Okay, we are coming to the end of our stream, and so I'm planning on having this one be the last trick. If I mess it up, we're gonna do another trick, because I can't end on a trick that I mess up. Just kind of like, I don't know, personal personal desire not to mess up on the last trick of a stream. Oh no, ending already. Yes, I'm sorry, but yes. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Yes, Arianti, I am doing well. Thank you kindly. Actually, Arianti, if there's a trick that you would like to see, let me know. Or if you just want me to do one more, I'll just randomly put one in, and we'll do that one. Let's see what we get. Spinning the wheel. All right. Yeah, we did close requests. All right. That one's a little bit long. I'm gonna do a different one. Sorry, that's me spinning the wheel. Magician's choice. Come on. 4 burglars. Okay, we can do that one. So I used to do this thing with my friend. Every time we would do something random in a card game, we would go. Hopefully that is not bothering anybody, but all right. Boom, boom. Okay, just did Traveling Man. Gonna do 4 burglars next, and then we'll do Pink Floyd, and then yeah, that'll be probably the end. But yeah, I'm wrapping up because I was telling people about this new project that I have to work on, but we have a meeting that's earlier than my other meeting that I normally have for work, so just have to get up for that one. It's not too bad, but all right, where am I looking? All right, I'm gonna need to find. All right, let's have the kings be the burglars for today. Normally I use the jacks because that's how I learned, and I found out on stream that I shouldn't change how I perform a trick, but sometimes I do just because adapting. Okay, all right, so what we have here are 4 kings, and let me introduce them to you. We have the King of Hearts, and the King of Spades, the King of Diamonds, and the King of Clubs, and the King of Clubs is the leader king. And, sorry, not the leader king. That's like one of the other tricks. This king is the ringleader of the thief, of the gang, the thief gang. Man, I'm really bad at coming up with a story right now. But he's going to go ahead and tell all of the other kings how to rob this bank. So this king is going to direct them on how to rob. So let's pretend that this deck of cards is a bank. So this king is going to tell this first king to go ahead and rob the cash registers. And he's going to tell this king to go ahead and steal all of the everything in safety deposit boxes. And then it's going to tell this third king to go ahead and open and steal everything in the vault. And they're going to go ahead and run through the bank and do all of their responsibilities, while this one stays on the roof of the bank to look out for the cops. So let's pretend the police arrive. OMG, we gotta get out of here, guys. I know, it's very bad. They'll probably never say that. Yo, 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 let's get out. And all of the kings are able to run up to the roof, and on the roof they find their helicopter waiting for them. And that, my friends, is the 4 burglars. Thank you kindly for the claps, Arianti. Okay, alright. Lolo Frosty, wow! Gibson Lens, thank you kindly for the claps. And thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. And thank you kindly for the claps. Somi53, also welcome in, Somi53. And thank you kindly for the claps, Schneagle. And Flaming Hells, thank you kindly. Making some more rounds. Awesome. Welcome in, Flaming Hells. You are just in time for the last trick. Well, I'm going to do like an outro now and then perform the last trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid. So, alright. So, first things first, I would like to thank everybody for being here. thank you kindly for spending some time with me on a Sunday night or Monday if you're somewhere else in the world. Thank you kindly for anybody who interacted with the stream. So whether you chatted, you requested a trick, you clicked on the screen with a heat map, you chose something. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly to all the lurkers out there because, as I say all the time, if I was just me fiddling with cards, I would just be fiddling with cards. There would be no magic happening because I know how they work. But the magic happens in your mind. So thanks so much. It's okay. Give me a chance to tell you goodbye before you go offline. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Well, good to see you, Flaming Hills. Love when you tell stories. So original. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes. One of the big things about telling stories in Magic is that it helps make it engaging. I've been told that I can do the same trick, but if I tell a different story, it's a different trick to most people. So basically, only magicians would really notice that it's the same trick. Let's also give some mod love to our mod tonight, Gibson Lens. Gibson Lens, thank you kindly for being a wonderful mod today and just a overall great guy. So let's please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens plays piano and plays a bunch of different kinds of music: VGM, popular music, esoteric music, Disney, Phantom of the Opera. And oh, by the way, if anybody is a fan of Cocteau Twins, we're still in the search for more fans of Cocteau Twins. So let us know. And then, yeah. Also, there's a lot of originals that Gibson Lens has composed, and you can listen to all of them on his song list. So please give Gibson Lens a follow, and let's show Gibson Lens some mod love. So that is, I think that's going to be it. So thank you very much, everybody. I did find another Cocteau Twins fan. Yes, another one? All right, cool. So we're on our way. We're well on our way. Great. So this trick, I just added to this finale that we're going to be doing tonight is a trick that I added, I don't know, a few streams ago. So it's not too new, but it's new enough, and it's exciting for me still. So let's heat map it. Delicious. And then we can go, and then we'll find somebody to raid. Actually, let me prep. So I understand why people look for somebody to raid before they're about to raid, because they have to get through ads or something to see what the people are doing. I understand that, but also it's like, oh, sometimes you choose, and then it's like you hang out for too long, and then it's like, oh no. So let's see. Okay, we have a few. There's a bunch of people streaming tonight, so should not be any trouble finding somebody to raid. Okay. Let's make sure these tabs are muted. I don't want anybody to hear any ads. Okay, there you go. Okay, so this last trick is called Pink Floyd. Oh no. No, you guys hear something? Mute. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I could definitely hear it. It's bothering me. And if you guys could hear it, I don't want it to bother you. Okay, alright, here we go. So, I have this note here. I'm going to read this. Let's read this. To whom it may concern, these 4 jokers are haunted and will not let themselves get destructed. A word of warning. Do not place these jokers back to back. Okay, so we have 4 cards. I don't know what's so weird about their backs. But let's just double check. Okay, there are jokers here, right? Spooky. Yeah. Alright, so those are jokers indeed. Correct. So what was this saying? Was it saying I should not... So if I have a joker here, and then I have... Should I not place it back to back? Is that it? What happens if I do? If I place them back to back... It has changed color. It has changed from blue to red. Interesting. How about this one? Nope. Nothing weird there. Okay, so it has changed to be a red-backed Joker. Alright, let's go ahead and try that again. There was a word of warning! Is it watching your back? Oh no. Do I gotta turn around? Okay, let me place them back to back. Something's gonna happen. Something did happen. It has changed colors. Joker? Okay. Alright, so it appears as though something only happens. Ugh. I don't want to make my last trick a boss trick just because I can't put a card into a pile. Okay, so let's see. So we have these two cards left. Should we do a controlled experiment? I think we should probably do a controlled experiment. If I, let's try putting them face to face. How's that? See if anything happens. If I put them face to face. I don't know, I have to like shake it or something. There was a word of warning. Yeah. Nope, nothing happens when I did it face to face. So now let's do it back to back. Like so. And here. Oh! Wait. Oh! Interesting. So now we have 4 red-backed Jokers. Is that right? So we got that one, this one, here. Okay. So now what do we do with these? Arianti says, this is like my 3rd time watching this trick, but still no idea how did it work. Oh, well, that's okay. Me neither. I actually don't know how this note's changing every time. What happens if I place them back to back when they're red? Blue. Blue! Blue. And actually, all of them are blue-backed. And that, my friends, is Pink Floyd. So, yeah, if you watch a trick long enough and you understand, like, what sleights exist and what you can do with certain sleights, I mean, eventually you can figure it out. But, like, learning what all the sleights are and what you can do with them is, like, it's going to take a little bit. And then also knowing what some of the other things. Jazzy VTV, hey, welcome in. You just came in just in time for the raid because we're going to be raiding out momentarily. Thank you kindly for the collapse. Arianti, Somi53, and checking the gaff meter. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Glad to see Pink Floyd. Oh, you saw that trick. Great. I'm glad. Yeah, so if anybody wants to see more magic, I have a YouTube with a ton of tricks up there. And I did a 100 tricks in 100 days project. So I did 100 tricks in 100 calendar days. I performed, recorded, and uploaded in 100 real-time days. So if anybody wants to check those out, feel free. And we'll call that a stream. So let's see. I think I have an idea of who to raid. Let me see how long things are going. And actually, let me just double check. When did I raid people last? Okay, yeah. This we can go. Okay, so we're going to be raiding to 7 Senshi, which, if anybody doesn't know, is a thank you kindly for the claps, Jazzy VTV, and Arianti, thank you for the stream, Nam. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. So 7 Senshi is a flautist, plays flute, and is a fan of VGM anime music, and so that's that. let's go ahead and if anybody would like to follow along for the raid, we've got a raid call and a sub-raid call. Feel free to copy one of those, and we're going to raid out. So thank you everybody for being here, for supporting. Thank you so much for the raiders today, and we got a couple of raids today. Thank you so much for everybody who resubbed. We got a lot of resubs. Thank you very much for everybody who gave bits, and thank you everybody for the gift subs. We got a bunch of gift subs tonight, and hopefully everybody who got a gift sub enjoyed. So thank you so much everybody. Alright, checking the gaff meter. Thanks Nam, fun as always. And thanks Nam, this was such fun. I'm glad everybody had fun, so thank you so much. I love you all. I'll probably see you around in some Twitch streams. Ugh, I did say Nam. Yes. It's okay. So I also sometimes find myself typoing my name as well. And I know it's not autocorrect because I'm like, oh, I meant to type my name, not the E. But there's that muscle memory because I'll also sometimes type the word name. It's legitimate. It's fair. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I know you know who I am. It's cool. All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have something to drink, stretch, and have a glorious night or time zone, wherever you are. We'll see you guys another time. See ya. I realize I have to copy my own raid call if anybody is still here or not left behind. We're going to 7 Senshi. Copy. Hold on. Copy.